Hello world, it's January 15th, 2026. Welcome to a new edition of Cyber Briefing by Cyber Material. Cyber Alerts, brought to you by 911 Cyber. Void link malware targets Linux clouds. A sophisticated Linux malware framework called Void Link has been identified targeting cloud and container environments through a modular system of loaders and rootkits. Developed by Chinese-speaking actors and written in multiple programming languages, the framework remains in active development as a likely commercial product for infiltrating modern infrastructure. Palo Alto fixes Global Protect DOS flaw. Palo Alto Networks has issued patches for a high-severity denial-of-service vulnerability in its Global Protect software that could allow unauthenticated attackers to disable firewalls. Although no active exploitation has been reported, the company warns that a proof-of-concept exploit code already exists. Exploit code released for FortiSIM flaw. A critical vulnerability in Fortinet FortiSIM allows remote attackers to execute commands without authentication by exploiting flaws in the FI monitor service. While Fortinet has released patches for most versions, a public exploit and technical details have now been published, increasing the risk for organizations that have not yet updated. Cyber events. CISO Forum Canada 2026 takes place on February 4th in Canada, bringing together senior security leaders from across the country for focused discussions on executive-level information security management. Designed exclusively for director-level and above professionals, the event explores leadership, strategy, innovation, and emerging solutions shaping modern security programs. Featuring keynotes, panels, roundtables, and an executive reception, CISO Forum Canada provides a curated, high-trust environment for collaboration and strategic insight. Find the link to register and more events in the podcast description. Cyber incidents, brought to you by 911 Cyber. Maine healthcare breach exposes data. A significant data breach at Central Maine Healthcare recently concluded its investigation, revealing that the personal information of over 145,000 people was compromised. Hackers maintained access to the organization's internal systems for more than 2 months last year before the intrusion was detected and contained. Monroe University data breach affects many. Monroe University recently confirmed that a cyber attack in late 2024 resulted in the theft of sensitive data belonging to more than 320,000 individuals. The breach involved personal, financial, and medical information, leading the institution to provide credit monitoring services to those impacted by the security failure. Hackers steal student data in Victoria. The Victorian Department of Education recently confirmed a data breach involving a database containing personal information and email addresses of both current and former students. In response to the unauthorized access, officials have reset all student passwords and are working to restore access before the start of the 2026 school year. Cyber jobs. Defend is hiring a cybersecurity operations analyst in Auckland to support real-time threat monitoring, incident response, and security resilience for a wide range of client environments. The role focuses on triaging security alerts, investigating incidents, leveraging threat intelligence, supporting vulnerability assessments, and contributing to security awareness initiatives. For more jobs, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber News, brought to you by 911 Cyber. Red VDS cybercrime dismantle by Microsoft. Microsoft has partnered with law enforcement in the US and UK to dismantle Red VDS, a cybercrime subscription service that facilitated millions of dollars in fraudulent activity. By seizing the group's infrastructure and taking their websites offline, officials aimed to disrupt a platform that provided cheap, untraceable virtual computers to criminals worldwide. Google's personal intelligence links Gemini. Google is launching a beta feature called Personal Intelligence that allows Gemini to access data across your Gmail, photos, and search history to provide more relevant answers. Users have full control over which apps are linked and can disable the feature at any time to maintain their privacy. France fines Free Mobile over breach. The French Data Protection Authority, CNIL, fined Free and Free Mobile 42 million euros for failing to safeguard the personal information of approximately 23 million subscribers during a major 2024 data breach. Although the companies have since improved their security, the regulator found significant violations of GDPR rules regarding data retention, security protocols, and the quality of their communications with affected customers. Cyber tip of the day. Firefox 147 fixes code execution flaws. Mozilla has released Firefox 147 to patch 16 security vulnerabilities affecting core browser components, including JavaScript, graphics rendering, and networking. The update fixes high-impact sandbox escapes and memory corruption bugs that could potentially lead to arbitrary code execution. Security updates are also available for Firefox ESR and Thunderbird. What you should do? Update Firefox to version 147 immediately. Ensure Firefox ESR and Thunderbird are also fully patched. Restart the browser after updating to apply fixes. Keep automatic updates enabled on all browsers. Avoid delaying updates in enterprise environments. Why this matters? Browser vulnerabilities are a common entry point for attacks. Fixing sandbox escapes and memory safety flaws reduces the risk of system compromise through malicious websites or web content. Cyber Book of the Day. CyberSmart by Bart R. McDonald is a practical, accessible guide that helps everyday users protect themselves in an increasingly connected world. Drawing on his experience advising organizations like the FBI and major financial institutions, McDonald breaks cybersecurity down into 5 simple habits that anyone can follow. Focused on real-life risks such as scams, identity theft, and account compromise, the book cuts through myths and complexity to teach strong digital hygiene for protecting personal data, finances, and family safety online. Cyber Tool of the Day. PacketBeat is an open-source network packet analyzer from Elastic used for real-time visibility into network traffic and application behavior. It passively captures packets, decodes common protocols like HTTP, DNS, TLS, and database traffic, and ships structured data directly into Elasticsearch for analysis. Widely used for security monitoring, threat hunting, and performance troubleshooting, PacketBeat helps teams detect anomalies, investigate suspicious activity, and understand how applications communicate across the network. For more tools, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber Stocks. On Thursday, 15th January, cybersecurity stocks broadly traded lower as geopolitical concerns and profit-taking weighed on the sector. Renewed tensions between the U.S. and China, including reports that China has banned the use of certain foreign cybersecurity software, pressured several leading names and amplified macro uncertainty. Defensive tech demand trends and ongoing enterprise security spending remain supportive, but broader risk-off sentiment limited gains. Palo Alto Networks closed at around $188 to $191 and eased as broader market volatility and concerns over China's reported software ban pressured tech sector valuations, even as long-term confidence in its AI-driven platform and cloud security positioning persists. CrowdStrike closed at around $460 to $470 and moved lower, influenced by profit-taking and sector rotation despite its ongoing acquisition activity in identity security and continued demand for cloud-native endpoint protection. Okta closed at approximately low to mid $90 and dipped modestly, with broader tech caution tempering gains, even as enterprise investment in identity and access management remained steady. Zscaler closed at approximately low to mid $220 and declined, reflecting light selling amid macro uncertainty, despite strong cloud-delivered security and zero-trust adoption fundamentals and a robust analyst-buy consensus. Fortinet closed at approximately high $70s to low $80 and slipped, pressured by sector news and rotation, even as interest in zero-trust and network security solutions continues to support its longer-term outlook. For more headlines, visit cybermaterial.com.